Former mother-in-law sneaks furiously into my home while I'm away attempting to spirit away my daughter. I am Gloria. I never thought I would get to share my story, but here I am with a crazy mother-in-law tale. I've used fake names because I have a daughter and I don't want to be recognized. To be honest, my story doesn't even start with a crazy mother-in-law. I was married to my high school sweetheart, Daniel, for 3 years. We married young and settled in well before my mid-20s. Daniel was working at his father's business, so we were already pretty well settled. His mother, Jennifer, absolutely adored me, and with his brother, Justin, we were one big happy family. Unfortunately, Daniel's dad passed away when we were in school, so he couldn't be a part of our family. Overall, I had some amazing years with Daniel and his family. However, tragedy struck soon, and I was left with a big hole in my heart. One morning, I got a devastating call from Jennifer while I was at work. She was in tears and said, "Gloria, I have some terrible news. Daniel got into a car crash. He didn't even make it to the hospital." "I'm so sorry, Gloria. I don't know what to do." No, this can't happen," I whispered, my whole world crashing down. The man I thought would be my life partner had passed away too soon. I was a wreck. It was a dark time for me and Daniel's family. What was worse was the fact that I was 5 months pregnant with our child, Elizabeth. Honestly speaking, I still have trouble thinking about those days. Daniel may have gone, but I know he will always be a big part of my life. I gave him a part of my heart, and he took it with him when he died. Suddenly, my world changed like hell. Jennifer couldn't cope well with the grief. She fixated herself on me and my pregnancy. Jennifer had this weird notion that Elizabeth was a reincarnation of Daniel. She would constantly call my unborn child her baby and try to make decisions about my body. Dealing with Jennifer was hell. She always said, "You better not think about moving on, Gloria. I'll never let you leave with my child. Elizabeth is always going to be with me. In Justin, I have already set up a nursery in my house. She will come to live with me when she is born. Justin will be your dad. He is Daniel's brother after all. Jennifer, I know you're having a hard time dealing with Daniel's death. Trust me, I'm just as bad, but you can't control me like this. This is my child, not yours. How dare you say this to me? Elizabeth is my child. I will do everything in my power to keep her with me. Don't you dare think you can take her away?" As the days passed, Jennifer became extremely unhinged. We tried having multiple family discussions about her behavior. We said, "You need to stop being so obsessed with Elizabeth. This is very unhealthy, Jennifer." "Mom, we are worried about you. You're acting very strangely. I think you should consider therapy," Justin said. "The only one you should worry about is Gloria. I know this girl. She'll run away with a new man once the child is born. She'll take away Elizabeth and raise her with someone else," Jennifer retorted. "Mom, you're not making any sense. Daniel is the father of Elizabeth. A new man will not replace him. I'm her uncle, and that's it. I will be there for her, and so will you, but ultimately she is Gloria's daughter," Justin said, trying to reason with his mother. Jennifer never listened to us. From hosting a baby shower for herself to demanding presents in the delivery room, Jennifer did a lot of things. Just thinking about everything makes me have a panic attack. Justin did his best to control his mother, but she never improved. The first serious trouble she made was just after I gave birth. She came to my room and asked to hold the baby. When I handed her my daughter, she ran for the door. Luckily, Justin was outside and stopped her with some nurses. From that moment, I knew Jennifer couldn't be around my daughter, so I filed a case against her and let the cops deal with her. I was hesitant to get a restraining order at first. I wanted Elizabeth to know her grandma, so I set some boundaries and hoped for the best. Jennifer crossed all of them. She tried to take my daughter away several times. She also tried to convince and demand Justin and his girlfriend to adopt Elizabeth. They refused because they were good people. Jennifer also didn't like the fact that I was seeing someone when Elizabeth was 2. The last straw came when she tried to take her away from daycare without my permission. We found that she had planned to move to a different state. I immediately confronted her in front of Justin. "What is wrong with you, Jennifer? How many times do I have to tell you that you can't see my child without my permission? Even though the courts are with me on this still, you still keep trying to take her away. Elizabeth is my child and she deserves to be with me. I'll keep her with me until Justin and his girlfriend get married. Then we will be a happy family. You can go have a new child with your boyfriend," I said, exasperated. "Mom, you can't say or do things like this. We have already told you that Elizabeth belongs to Gloria alone. If she marries again, Elizabeth will have a father figure. You don't have to worry about her," Justin pleaded. No. This is Daniel's daughter. I won't let anyone else raise her. She is mine and mine only. Gloria is nothing but a woman. I will take my Elizabeth away from this witch," Jennifer yelled, her voice filled with rage. By that point, I was completely done with Jennifer. She never showed any improvement and instead got worse with time. Now I was getting worried for Elizabeth's safety, so I decided to file a restraining order against Jennifer. I knew that the restraining order would make her go mad, so before she could do any more damage, I shifted to a different country. I took a transfer and left without telling anyone the address. Only Justin knew my address, because he was dependable. Jennifer's behavior did have a lasting impression on me. I was always paranoid that she would take my child. The first year I moved was hell. Ultimately, I got therapy and decided to get better for my daughter. I was also developing a good connection with Stephen, who was a resident. He was the reason I moved to this country. Stephen loved my daughter a lot, and they quickly formed a great bond, so I was sure that the relationship would work out. Jennifer did find out about Stephen and tried to call. "You cheating witch! I'm sure you have been cheating. I will never let you live in peace. I'll bring Elizabeth back to me. Just wait," she snarled. "Jennifer, I have a restraining order against you. I don't want to do this, but you have left me no choice. If you love Elizabeth, you should get therapy and get better for her." "Don't tell me what to do, Gloria. I don't need therapy. I only want my baby Elizabeth back. One day I will take her away from you. Then all you will do is cry." That one phone call was enough to send me into a spiral again. Stephen and my therapist had a tough time soothing my fears. My paranoia skyrocketed again. My world got dark. Somehow, I managed to deal with the situation and kept all these conversations as evidence. Thankfully, with her horrible behavior, I was able to get restraining orders renewed every time they expired. My solace was in the fact that Jennifer never knew my new address. For the next few years, things went pretty well for me. I was slowly starting to cope with my mental health problems and tackled Jennifer at the same time. I can't begin to tell you just how many phone numbers I have changed. When Elizabeth was 6, I married Stephen and began my life with him. Justin and his girlfriend, now fiancé, were invited, but Jennifer was strictly not allowed. When Justin went home from my wedding, he did call me about Jennifer. "Gloria, Mom found out about your wedding. I think one of your friends posted a picture and she saw it. She's not happy about this. What do I do?" "Justin, I'm tired of running away from Jennifer. Even after years of filing a restraining order, she keeps harassing me. I'm exhausted," I said, my voice weary. "Gloria, I'm doing my best to handle her. I think your marriage and my engagement have given her fresh ideas. I'm afraid she will do something stupid. Don't worry, Justin, I'll be on the watch out. I'm not that naive girl anymore. Jennifer can plan as much as she wants. I won't let her take Elizabeth," I said, my voice firm. I was adamant to protect my child. I quickly ordered high-security cameras and installed them all around the house. I also briefed Elizabeth's school and babysitter about Jennifer, so she can't cook up weird stories. Stephen was with me through it all. Years of therapy helped me deal with the situation better. While the old me would panic and become paranoid, the new me stayed calm and made plans. I was seriously praying to God that Jennifer wouldn't pull any stunts this time. I won't let her get away with her antics. Hey, pause for a moment. Would you care to support us? Like this video and subscribe for more? Now let's dive back into the story. Jennifer's last crazy episode happened very soon. That morning, I was at my office pulling an overtime shift. Suddenly, I was surprised by a call from Justin. To be honest, I had no idea why he would call me at work. For some reason, my stomach was in knots as I picked up the phone. Justin sounded panicked and said, "Gloria, you have to listen to me. This is serious. Mom just left me a message that she's bringing back Elizabeth. I know you will never allow that. I'm afraid she will do something stupid." "What the hell, Justin? I never permitted her to take Elizabeth. Hell, we have a restraining order against her. I think Mom is planning to kidnap Elizabeth and bring her to my house. I've tried to change her mind, but I'm afraid she will run away with her if I push her too much. You need to stop her before she takes Elizabeth." "Thank you for telling me, Justin. I have no idea why Jennifer still hasn't got the hint. Her behavior keeps escalating. She is adamant that Elizabeth should stay with me. Mom is still obsessed with having me replace Daniel as her dad, but she's being very unreasonable. I know she needs help, but she refuses to go to therapy. I'm sorry to say this, Justin, but this time I don't think I can forgive her. If she tries to kidnap my daughter, I will be sending her to jail. Justin said that he understood my stance and why I would do this. He promised to be in touch in case something went wrong. Meanwhile, I started to plan a trap for Jennifer. I knew that even if I left work right now, I wouldn't be able to reach home on time, so I picked up my phone and made a call. Then I simply sat back and waited for Jennifer to show up. I had a very small hope in my heart that Jennifer wouldn't be this crazy. Well, it turns out she is truly crazy. My house has security cameras covering the entire place, so I was able to watch everything while driving back home with a friend. As I watched Elizabeth play on the lawn, I spotted Jennifer making an entrance. Guys, Jennifer tried to take my daughter. I was enraged by her behavior. Even after what happened, she wanted to ignore the court and take my child. She did it in the afternoon, knowing that I wouldn't be home. However, she didn't know one thing about my life. Stephen and I had gotten married 6 months ago, and just inside the house, Elizabeth's new stepfather was watching everything. As soon as Jennifer snatched up Elizabeth, she cried out for Stephen, and immediately he came and blocked the front door. Through the security camera, I could see that Jennifer went completely white as a ghost. Then her jaw dropped. My daughter fought off her arms and ran straight to Stephen. There was one thing she didn't know about the new man in my life. Stephen was a police officer, to be precise. He was the sheriff of our county. Jennifer just took one look at him and her jaw dropped, specifically because he was still in his police uniform. He was just back from work and spending time with my daughter before I came home. The call I made from the office was to Stephen. He was the one who picked up my daughter from school and stayed home till I came back. Jennifer stupidly thought that I would leave my daughter unsupervised. Instead, she found a living and breathing cop stationed at my house. I heard them say, "What are you doing here, Jennifer? I know you are Gloria's mother-in-law. I'm interested to know what brings you here." "I'm here for my grandbaby. It's time she spends time with me." "Who the hell are you and where is my grandbaby?" "Well, first of all, you are not supposed to be in this house, and I also know that you don't have any visitation rights with Gloria's daughter. I would suggest you tell me your intentions since there are cameras in the house." "Who the hell are you? Why are you in this house around my granddaughter? You're not supposed to be here. I won't allow an unknown man to be near my granddaughter." "I am not an unknown man. I'm her stepfather and I have full rights to be here. You are not supposed to be here since you have trespassed into my house, tried to kidnap Elizabeth and violated restraining orders. I have already called my mates to come and arrest you." No, you cannot arrest me. I'm not doing something wrong. My granddaughter belongs to me and Justin. I want Gloria to let a stranger raise Daniel's daughter. Only Justin is fit to be her dad. Listen to me, Jennifer. You need to step away from this house right now. The cops will come and arrest you if I don't do it myself. Jennifer kept arguing with Stephen while I hurried home to them. My friend from work drove me to my house while I was watching the confrontation. Stephen kept warning Jennifer that she would face some serious charges if she didn't leave. Well, Jennifer decided to be a martyr and continued to try and argue with him. As soon as I reached the house, Jennifer started to shout at me, "You witch! You intentionally married a cop so that you can take away my granddaughter. This is all your planning. I always knew you were a total witch." "Calm down, Jennifer. You keep forgetting the fact that my cop husband is right in this house. Believe it or not, he will arrest you if you keep harassing us." "I won't go down so easily. I'll tell everyone that you were cheating with Stephen before Daniel died. I will ruin your reputation and take Elizabeth." "Stephen, you can add harassment and slander to Jennifer's list of offenses now. Looks like she won't stop." Just at that moment, the rest of the cops arrived. They came inside the house and spoke to Stephen about the situation. When Stephen and I gave our statements, Jennifer threw another fit. She started to scream and cry about how unfair and selfish we were being. "You are a vile woman, Gloria. You want to keep me away from Elizabeth. You have no respect for Daniel's memories. Why can't you just give Justin my granddaughter? He's the only one who should be her dad. Now you have some serious audacity coming to my house and trying to take my daughter away. What makes you think I will ever allow you near her again? She is my granddaughter. I have the right to decide who raises her. The courts are wrong. I deserve to be with Elizabeth. She deserves to be in my family. Jennifer took that opportunity to attack me again. Yes, this crazy lady tried to assault me in front of my cop husband and friends. She was immediately restrained, and Stephen looked extremely pissed off. He spoke with his colleagues, and in a few seconds, Jennifer was taken away in cuffs. She did try to fight those officers, and that made another offense on her already big criminal record. She was taken away, but not before she could throw some insanely inappropriate comments towards me and my husband. After everything happened, I took some time off work to be with my daughter. She was still traumatized by everything, especially by the way Jennifer tried to grab her and run. Even I am exhausted from dealing with Jennifer and had a hard time balancing everything. Stephen has been a huge support to both me and Elizabeth. Elizabeth has even started to call him Dad. She does know about Daniel, but she also sees Stephen as a father. I'm so happy that my little girl is finally starting to have a normal life. Justin and I talked in detail about what went down. He did apologize for his mother's behavior multiple times. I assured him that none of this was his fault, and he shouldn't take Jennifer's blame. He was a great uncle to Elizabeth and tried to replace Daniel. Justin continues to visit us every week to spend time with Elizabeth and my family. He has since uninvited Jennifer from his wedding and is planning to have no contact with her. Speaking of Jennifer, she will be spending time in jail by now. She has managed to work towards an impressive list of charges that keeps getting worse from what Stephen has told me. She will likely face fines along with a short prison sentence. She's tried her best to turn the judge against us, but even the lawyer knows she's a lost cause. We're still waiting for the final hearing, so I can't share all the details of the court proceedings. However, it looks like me, Stephen, and Elizabeth will finally have some peace away from my crazy ex-mother-in-law. Let's conclude the story shortly. Jennifer's attempts to disrupt my life and steal my daughter ended with her facing the consequences of her actions. Justice prevailed, and I finally felt a sense of relief. The restraining order was renewed, and Jennifer was behind bars where she belonged. My life with Stephen and Elizabeth continued to blossom. Elizabeth thrived in a loving and stable environment, finally free from the shadow of her grandmother's obsession. Stephen, my rock, stood by me through it all, and together we built a beautiful family. While the scars of Jennifer's madness remained, I learned to live with them. Therapy helped me process the trauma, and I found strength in my resilience. The experience taught me the importance of setting boundaries, protecting my family, and never giving up hope. And as for Jennifer, well, I hope she finally gets the help she needs. But even if she doesn't, I know that Elizabeth and I will be safe, surrounded by love and a future free from her interference. Our story, though tinged with darkness, is ultimately a story of resilience, love, and the triumph of good over evil. After experiencing the full journey of our story, we'd love to hear your thoughts. How did the story resonate with you? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay blessed. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next story.